Yeah, good evening everyone. So last two class we were discussing science and tech topics. Basically we discussed 30 questions from PYQs. Today what we are going to do is we have a discussion on national initiatives basically. So what we are doing is first 15 question we'll do from PYQs, that is seemingly more relevant for this year, or there is some XYZ approach to the question. That kind of questions have been selected. So we'll discuss first 15 questions. After that, next 15 questions are those national initiatives that is mentioned in the budget that you should be aware of. New schemes, that is around 9-10 new schemes have been launched in the budget. So questions have been framed on that aspects and those schemes which are given much higher preference or relevance so that it has higher chance of coming in the exam. So that is our objective for today. So rest all same, let's get started. Answer the first question. If you're watching online, you can comment the answer. Okay, what is answer? You mark B. With reference to foreign owned e-commerce firms operating in India, which of the following statement is or are correct? 2022 very recent question. First statement, they can sell their own goods in addition to offering platforms as marketplaces. Okay, the degree to which they can own big sellers on their platforms is limited. So what is the base for this question? We have e-commerce rules. Which year it made? 2021 we have an e-commerce rules. In 2022 government is saying we will come up with a comprehensive e-commerce policy. Now what were some of the major issues the rules 2021 was trying to address? There was so much bias, so much lack of transparency in operation of e-commerce. And how this is operating? The entities which were owning their own products, they were able to give deep discounts. That will create a distortion in the market and attracting XYZ customer to only one marketplace or one e-commerce website. Sites started giving e-commerce deep discounts. What else? Grievances redressal, that is also part of it. Who is responsible if a product is not exhibited or it create any loss to the consumer? Who is responsible for this kind of activities? So this was major issue. Deep discounts and creating a distortion in the market. Now how this address this? What government did is, or what the idea of e-commerce rules 2021 or e-commerce policy was that if there are two models in e-commerce. What is marketplace model, other is inventory model. What does marketplace model means? They provide only, in marketplace model, they provide only platform. Platform means whatever products that is sold there will be provided by third party. So what is the advantage of this? It promotes competition and there is open field for everyone. Different XYZ can go to the different websites also. Different products can be sold in different websites also. There is open competition for every entity. And what is inventory model? Inventory model means the company will be storing XYZ commodities and it will be selling it. The commodities will itself will be the part of this company. So that is inventory model. So what this commerce policy everything was trying to do is making a clear demarcation between marketplace model and inventory model. And there were XYZ provisions for doing business in marketplace model and there were XYZ provisions for doing business in inventory model. So if you know basic why this policy came into being, why XYZ things were happening, then answering this question is very easy. First statement is they can sell their own goods and in addition to offering platforms. So government's whole idea means if you can either operate as a marketplace model or you can operate as a inventory model, but both cannot be tolerated. If both is there, that is creating issues for the market. So this was something that is not promoted according to the XYZ policy or Indian e-commerce policy. Second statement, degree to which they can own big sellers on their platforms is limited. We can see Amazon is having a subsidiary company. That company, Flipkart is also having subsidiary company. That company was selling these products in Flipkart earlier. And now after the rules came, limit was kept as 20%. Flipkart at max can own up to 20% shares of XYZ company that is selling its products on Flipkart itself. So that certain limitations were kept and Flipkart started selling its subsidiary companies which were promoting the products. So this question was basically framed on basic concepts which were happening in the news in last 1 or 2 years. So if you know why this commerce rules has came, even if you don't know exact provisions of XYZ, you know the basic idea of why the XYZ rules was implicated, what were the issues the market was facing, and what is the direction the industry is going, you can very easily address this question. What is answer here? B2 only will be the answer. It is applicable for everyone, but whatever website we see today is all marketplace models. Inventory model is like MI store, like only Xiaomi products will be showcased there. That kind of products, there are very limited kind of markets we will see as this inventory model. Whatever Amazon, Flipkart, all what we seeing today is all based on marketplace model only. New initiative. Okay, okay. Infosys. Okay, okay. Good, good. Go ahead. Answer the second question first. गुरप्रीत कौर, सेकंड स्टेटमेंट समझ नहीं आया था पेपर में. Second statement exactly the degree to which they can own big sellers on their platforms is limited. Statement is little confusing. I am not questioning it. The idea is suppose Flipkart, what was it, retailer? Flipkart's subsidiary company. There was suppose Flipkart is there and there is a subsidiary company. Earlier this company was 100% owned and operated by Flipkart itself. All shares were with Flipkart. Now what new changes the policy has brought is, ideally Flipkart should not own these companies. If Flipkart is owning XYZ company, Flipkart should not sell the products on the same platform. That will lead to buyers market issues. So, but as a limiting condition, maximum share Flipkart or any marketplace model company can hold in a subsidiary company which sells product in that platform is currently 20%. That may change. 20% is not the number, is not that much important, but some limits has been put on ownership or share ownership. So that is basically the second statement. That is a correct statement also. Go ahead. Answer the second question. Come. Okay, क्या आंसर है? Answer is B, all of you. So what is the question? With reference to Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, consider the following statements. 2022 question. What is Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission? Digital health ID to all citizens. To create digital health IDs to all citizens. That is objective of the mission. Now what does digital health ID means? All health records, treatment histories, insurance, docs, all will be stored in one place and you can access all the services with one card or so. So, how to approach this question? Private and public hospital must adopt it. Even if there is no private hospital, public hospitals must adopt it. We can still think that this may be correct. But something, this is also like not fully matured. If you think about Aadhaar is today getting much more matured system because it's been for 5 years Aadhaar being implemented. There is no severe issues of data breach or something. So the framework have itself matured to a level. While this digital data, health IDs and all, these are upcoming framework. Now, if you cannot put something compulsory on all private hospitals, at max you may include public hospitals in your XYZ list, but all private hospital means it's too much of exaggeration. Mostly this statement seemingly not right. Go to next. As it aims to achieve universal health coverage, every citizen of India should be part of it ultimately. What do you incomplete? It aims to achieve universal health coverage. It may support achieving universal health coverage, but achieving universal health coverage is we have other schemes like public health centers. Other schemes are there for it. This is mainly focused on this insurance and your health data, health records management, all these aspects of it. So directly this is not part of it, and every citizen of India, little again too much exaggerated you can see. Third is it has seamless portability across the country. That is the objective of this mission. You do a test in one hospital, you can access the data in any other hospital. So this is so much in line with vision of the scheme. You're only left with one option, that is 3 only. What is the approach for this question? It's very simple. You have to eliminate the extreme options. You have to identify which option is seemingly most extreme, and this one you should eliminate. If you are not eliminating one, there is something mistake. One itself you will eliminate 3 options and you will get the answer. Go ahead. So people were saying 2022 not tricks works. This is a very simple trick. You have to, if you see a very extreme option, you have to throw it away or take it as a wrong option. Still works to some extent, but exam is not all about tricks. Answer the third question. So what is the answer? See, very factual type of question. In India, which one of the following compiles information on industrial disputes, closure, retrenchments, and layoff in factories in employing workers? What approach you can do in this question? Anything else? CSO, what CSO does? Accounts, all these statistical data will be managed by what this organization does? DI, DPIIT, promotion of trade, disinvestment, all these are handled by this organization. This is something which not heard of that much. One approach you can do is, it is talking about industrial disputes, closure of retrenchment, all these have layoffs, something of like a judicial in character or semi-judicial in character. Such powers, which organization will have such powers? These all are purely executive organizations. So higher chances it go with Labor Bureau. Under which ministry is this functioning? Ministry of Labor. What are other famous reports published by Labor Bureau? Tell me. CPI for who? CPR for who? Good. Industrial workers. Or agricultural and rural. These both CPIs are published by Labor Bureau. It's more like a factual question. There is only very much little concept you can apply here. At least you can go away with CSO, because CSO reports are very famous. If it is publishing, you should be aware of it. Answer the fourth question. If you are watching answer online, you can comment the answer in the live chat. This is quite a tough question. What is the answer? D. In India, what is the role of what is the role of Coal Controllers Organization, CCO? CCO is the major source of coal statistics in Government of India. Coal Controller Organization, coal statistics. can be it monitors progress of development of captive coal and lignite blocks. What is captive coal? Phase plant is there, it is mining from here, it is using there itself. XYZ organization is using the coal, mining also using for its own purposes. That kind of application is called captive coal usage. It monitors progress of development of XYZ. Nothing you can see that is extreme option, you can so that eliminate it. It hears any objection to government's notification related to acquisition of coal bearing areas. This is also a correct statement. It ensures that coal mining companies deliver coal to end users in the prescribed time. Who are coal mining companies? CIL is Coal India Limited is having a around near monopoly. That is like 80%, more than 80% of India's coal demand is met by CIL only. Now it ensures coal mining companies ensure this coal and to users. That is something it cannot be a part of XYZ. If you know it, if you read it, then only you can do it with confidence. Otherwise, it becomes a very tough question. Correct answer is A. 1, 2, 3 are correct, and fourth one is not a part of responsibility of CIS, Coal Controllers Organization. At least at the first level, the objection will go to this organization. After that, it may be appellate organization or there may be cases in the court. It can go anywhere. Go ahead. Answer the fifth question first. I think we have done similar question in current affairs classes. Tea board, coffee board and all. Okay. Why this question came? Why this question came in the paper? It's also 2022. What was the news? Government introduced a bill to reform the Tea Act. Tea Act reform करने के लिए government tea bill लेके आया. So due to this tea board and this bill XYZ bill was in use. Now let's go through the statements. Tea board is a statutory body. Is it? It is under Tea Act around 1953 or so. First statement is absolutely correct. It is a regulatory body attached to the Ministry of Agriculture, Farmer Welfare. Whenever you see ministry, there can be a chance it can go wrong. Here, what is the exact ministry? Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Second statement is wrong. So one is right. This can be answer. This can be answer. Second is wrong. This is not the answer. So we are left with two options, either 1 and 3 and 1 and 4. Now look at the third and fourth statements. Tea board's headquarters offices is situated in Bangalore. Board has overseas offices in Dubai and Moscow. How you approach this if you don't know? Why Dubai mein hai? Dubai is India's how much? Third largest trading partner also. It may change in recent times. And Dubai is like an entry point to all these Gulf countries. So Dubai, if something is creating an office for trade related purposes or export related purposes, Dubai should come into picture. Moscow is also, you can think on similar lines. T-Board head office is situated in Bangalore. More like a factual question. It's very difficult if you go with some XYZ logic here. If you know exactly it is located in Kolkata, you will go with 1 and 4. At least you should be 100% able to eliminate 2 options. That is talking about the basics. T bill is there, so you should be well aware of it. Second and third option, you may have to go for a guess, or if you know either of the facts, you can address that. Go ahead. It's a very easy question. This is also a 2022 question. What is answer? A. Which one of the following best describes the term greenwashing? Conveying a false impression that a company's products are eco-friendly and environmentally sound. Under which context this was in news? One, tell me. Cream. One major example was mobile companies not giving charger. What is the explanation given for this? Environmental. We have to protect the environmental. If we give charges, there will be more production of e-waste, and we are not giving charges. This was the official explanation given by major companies like Apple and all. But there is so much criticism against this. This is only another type of marketing, because charges anyway is required by the customer, and it is being sold in a separate entity. So under this context, the greenwashing was so much in news. There is so many other examples also. What does it exactly mean? Company is not fully eco-friendly, but they are marketing it such as an eco-friendly product and trying to capture this new market or creating a new brand. That kind of policies we call greenwashing. Go ahead, answer the 7th question. Sorry. सही नहीं है? Okay. ठीक है, बताओ क्या आंसर है? B. What is good thing about this? These are not too much exotic places or too much exotic something which you will not know. First option is Gujarat has largest solar park in India. Recently, this park was inaugurated and it was like celebrated as world's largest park. There were criticism also. This is not world's largest park, but some media houses celebrated it as world's largest park. Which park it was? Which park it was? Where it is? Badla Solar Park. Which state it is? Rajasthan. Second statement, Kerala has fully solar powered. This was also so much time in news. There was some international reports like BBC and all. Not like today, it was saying positive things about Kerala airport because it is fully operated on solar. Kochi airport, Cochin International Airport. Goa has largest floating solar photovoltaic project in India. This also very recently launched. Which state it was launched? Chief Minister launched with so much big publicity. Tamil Nadu. It was celebrated as big project of Stalin. So these are like, if you follow newspaper, it is not that much difficult. Even though this is a very factual question, you might not able to apply any tricks here. But the options are not very difficult. Can relate to it and get the answer. What is answer? 2 only. Go ahead, answer the 8th question. What is difficulty in this question? Everyone know about Ramanuja, his philosophy also. Still this, getting the right options from this, that becomes so tough. If you have good clarity only, then you can get it. Otherwise everything seems good. What is answer? B. Vedas are eternal, self-existent, wholly authoritative. Okay, any other options? C. Logical arguments were means for highest bliss. What is your answer? C. Tell me something about Ramanuja. What was his time? Around 11th to 12th century. Now, what was his philosophy? We have different schools of thought under Bhakti movement. He was Alvar or Nayanar? Bhakti saints we call terms into 2 categories. Alvars are what? Nayanas. Nayanas devote Shiva and Alvars devote Vishnu. They are called Vaishnavites. They are called Shaivites. And which category Ramanuja comes? Sure. He was in Alvar category. And what is his philosophy? Who propounded Advaita philosophy? We'll start with Shankaracharya. What is time of Shankaracharya? Around 7th-8th century. And he was first major Bhakti saint. What was his contribution? Advaita Vedanta. He revived the principles of Advaita Vedanta. And what is the basic philosophical idea of Advaita Vedanta? Non-dualism. Non-dualism means? What about non-separable about what? There is something like Brahman and something like Atman or something like soul. We call it as soul. Non-dualism means human soul and Brahman are same entity. They are not two different entities. God and human are not two different entities. In simple words, they are emulating from same, they are one and same. That was basic philosophy of Advaita Vedanta propounded by Shankaracharya. Now what was Ramanuja's philosophy? Ramanuja's philosophy was Vishishtadvaita. What does that mean? Qualified non-dualism. According to Shankaracharya, he propounded the philosophy of non-dualism, complete non-dualism. According to him, the whole world is a Maya. Reality is, there is nothing called reality. Everything is Maya, what we see as the real world or what we perceive as it. But here there is qualified non-dualism. It is also in line with the philosophy of Shankaracharya, but difference is Brahman and Atman are all same entity, but Brahman is having some XYZ better qualities or improved XYZ characteristics. That's only when Atman can become Brahman. If you do XYZ, if you have purity of mind, if you do complete devotion to God, then you become Brahman. Otherwise, there is a separation. Qualified non-dualism, that is philosophy of Ramanuja. Who is the third major saint? Madhavacharya is. And what was his school of thought? Madhavacharya. What was his time period? Around 13th to 14th century. He believed in Dvaita or Dvaita philosophy. That is dualism. There is XYZ separation between real world and Brahmin. We perceive it as Brahmin, Atman, soul and all this. They are two different entities. Then you can achieve these qualities by doing XYZ things. So these were like within the Bhakti saints, there were different schools of thought. How questions can come from this area? Either chronology or what question can statement like this. One particular philosophy will be told and there will be other ideas of other philosophies will be listed down. So Ramanuja propounded, he is a Vishnu saint or Vishnu Bhakta. And what he propounded? The only way to salvation is complete devotion to God. And not through knowledge, not through other means. The only way to achieve moksha or liberation is complete devotion to God. Which statement is correct? This was the basic funda of Ramanuja's philosophy. Vedas are eternal, self-reliant and wholly authoritative. Who propounded this? Arya Samaj. Dayanand Saraswati and that the propounder of these ideas. Logical arguments were means for highest bliss. Who propounded this? More associated with Swami Vivekananda. He is from which school of thought? Shankaracharya's same school of thought, Advaita Vedanta. Salvation was to be obtained through meditation. That is also more associated with Advaita Vedanta, Patanjali and all. What is the answer we got here? Best means of salvation is through devotion. Go ahead. Answer the 9th question. क्या आंसर है? Okay, you have to answer the 11th question. There are more number of questions in the sheet you have got. We'll follow this, note this number and answer this question. Take few more seconds, answer this question. What is answer? हो गया सभी का? A. Any other option? C. Come on. A. You have any answer? So what is the, when it is asked in 2018, NSSO 17th round of situation assessment survey of agricultural households, consider the following statement. This survey, even this survey was not released that year. It was released 4 or 5 years back. Now if you are getting a question like this from a survey that happened 4 or 5 years back, how are you going to approach this question? There is absolutely no way you can remember each and every fact of it. Maybe a famous survey is there, 1 or 2 famous facts or 1 or 2 some controversies in news, some major findings of the survey is in news still going on, that you may be remembering. But exact data, there is absolutely no way to remember it. You have to apply common sense and find the answer. If you cannot apply any common sense, leave this question, these kind of questions. In this question, Rajasthan has highest percentage of share of agricultural households amongst rural households. Rajasthan is there is no other business. If it is Gujarat, I may have questioned. Why? Because there is so much MSME industries in Gujarat. Rural may have other industries also. But Rajasthan is not known for such a industrial base. So if Rajasthan is having higher agricultural share, means there is a possibility it can be correct. I am not questioning it as such. Out of the total agricultural households in the country, over 60% belongs to OBCs. How you get it wrong? How you think it can be wrong? What is OBC reservations? 27%. There is absolutely no exact data how many OBCs are there. That's why we have this controversy on whether we should do caste census or not. Are we doing caste census in this year or 21 census that is going on? State government may be doing some initiatives, but general countrywide census, caste census is not doing. It is not being taken up. But there was so much demands for doing a caste census. Why that demand was there? Because there is absolutely no exact data on how much population constitute OBC and how much reservation that is being allotted to them. Even within OBC, there are so many divisions. Data on these divisions are also not available. And what was why government was not doing it? One thing, it makes caste census process more complex. Why it becomes complex? Because religion is something you can go and verify. There is some basis to it. You have father's document, XYZ documents. You can verify religion of a person. Caste in India is so much heterogeneous. It is absolutely very difficult to get to know every caste of a person. And even if you know the caste of a person, this caste may be OBC in this state, this caste may not be OBC in the other region. Like Jats are OBCs in only one region. In other states, Jats are not considered as OBCs. So this much internal differences are too much. So lack of base data and make this already delayed census process more lengthy and complex. Due to some administrative and practical issues, government rejected doing caste census this year. Now come back to the question, only 27% is OBC reservation. Mandal Commission, if you remember, there is talks on giving 52% of countries this OBCs and all. Even if this is a very exaggerated figure, 60 means it's too high. It's too high to be true. So this, I mostly consider this as wrong. What is the other option? In Kerala, a little over 60% of agricultural households reported to have received a maximum income from source other than agricultural activities. It can be true or wrong. What you will take? Kerala is what kind of state? Kerala is not an agricultural state. Kerala, mostly this income is coming from remittances, tourism. Agriculture it is not an agriculture, it is a consumer state. Every agriculture entity is being imported from Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and other neighboring states. So 60%, more than 60% of households are reporting to get an income from other source, means that is very much possible. That is because Kerala is such a state, that possibility is more. If some other state was there, some not that much consumeristic state was there, I might have tendency to question this statement. So this is more tendency, this is to go right. What will I pick? What is the answer? C. Apply some logic and find the answer. There is absolutely no other way to exactly remember the data and answer this question. If you cannot apply, sometimes it may not be applicable. You have to strategically leave that question also. Don't be too much stubborn on it. Go ahead. Answer the 12th question in your sheet.